Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Baruch HaKorash, the honors of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Walk with them, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Alright, we have this video here, this clip. I'm just going to be grabbing it from off of the elder brother Yahweh, alright, from out of GMS, Hawaii. You know, so basically this clip, I'm going to be tying some things together, but you know, if this is what the world's intelligence can do for you, how much better is spiritual intelligence? All right, because when you use the word intelligence or scientific or, you know, smart, you think of to the worldly standard. Well, there's such a thing as being spiritually, you know, smart or intelligent. All right, and that is what we are seeking for in this truth. You know, by way of what? You studying the scriptures, watching these videos. All right, that's how you build that up. Because this world will have you think that, you know, and the elder, you know, he was going into it, man. This dude, E, came up with entire systems of lies to try to show that, you know, us, the Israelites, we're naturally inferior. We're not as smart. Well, when you take the drugs away, when you take the guns away, when you pull us out the hood, that's not the case. All right, and this lady, she's going to help prove so. All right, so if you can train up a person to be book smart, and look how it embetters and empowers their life, how much more this truth and this faith, y'all. We have great things coming. All right, hey, we can't be spiritually ignorant. Matter of fact, I just want to get this real quick. We have to be of those who are discerned, y'all, because you need to know what the mark is. You need to know you know that you shouldn't be dealing with this jab. You need to be spiritually discerned so you can get that great reward that's coming. Right there, perfect. 1 Corinthians, I knew the scripture was in my head, I just couldn't think of it. But here we go. 2 Corinthians 2:14, it says, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned." All right, so us being the spiritually discerned, we get to receive their spiritual rewards the same way that if you spend your life in school, you know, get some damn degree, you'll receive the physical rewards. All right, so let's see, you know, let's see what our people look like. You know, when we apply ourselves, we are capable of great things. Let this play.
City's life, the forever broken windows, the burnt out flats.
I hope y'all can hear it. But what they're doing, they're highlighting the hood and showing the environment that these children grow up in. All right.
Abandoned cars. And then you have 3819 West Adams.
Canterbury Tales are about whom? Jeffrey Charles. They're about whom? How many were there?
There are no frills at West Side. The emphasis is on basic education, with an even stronger emphasis on literature and composition. There are no teacher breaks, no teacher desks. She is on her feet and over their shoulders all day, pushing them, cajoling them, and praising them.
Very, very good, Lisa. Very, very good. Cum laude.
And the results are apparent even to a casual bystander. Alert and challenged children being pushed way beyond the boundaries most school systems set.
So right there, you know, they have a proper teacher. She's on them. You know, and they're actually going to show the later. Now, these were children. They were doing this. They were younger. I believe there was 34 of them, they said. They ended up being able to meet up with 33 of them. And they went on to see what they looked like in their latter life. All right, how many of y'all got attention like this in school? All right, 0. You know, this man purposely keeps us dumbed down and stupid to keep us away, all right, from knowing who we truly are. Because he knows our true potential. All right. So now that we have this truth, y'all, you have to treat this truth as such. You have to the way that that lady was on them for their education. That's the way that our elders and apostles are on us. That's how you have to look at it. You can't think of it as, you know, them. Oh, they just, man. Why the apostles telling us to do videos so much? Man, they would like for you, as long as themselves, not as long as with themselves to receive salvation. So if you're in that lazy nigga spirit who don't want to do no work, you know, you can get it, you can keep it pushing, my G. All right, first let's go to 1 Peter 5 and what is that, 3? Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock. So that's the way that our apostles are over us. You know, they're not lording over us on some nigga shit. They're trying to help you get your salvation by being hard on you. All right, the same way that this lady was showing them that tough love that them young niggas wouldn't have got nowhere else. Oh, don't freeze on me now. Come on.
Jeffrey Chaucer.
Salaki, y'all. I guess it's
And Shakespeare.
that connects.
Booker T. Washington and Hans Christian Andersen. My favorite book is The Great Myth.
Yes.
I like George Dostoevsky and Dante Alighieri and Shakespeare.
And your favorite book?
Divine Comedy. I like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau, and I like Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre.
So what happened to those 34 students we met at Westside Prep? Charles Murray says by implication that their apparent intelligence and promise was a fraud.
And so Charles Murray is this guy right here. You know, you know, one of the guys. And this goes to show y'all this whole evolution, you know, Big Bang. This was all a bunch of false pseudoscience BS to justify the fact that Esau Edom happened to evolve to be the better of the nationalities. And it's just a bunch of BS. Charles Murray on the black-white IQ gap. Very intractable difference. Yeah, all right. And we're going to say the same thing in the kingdom. When we're over you forever, we're going to say that, man, you just can't get right. All right. So this, I'm gonna let it play. I'll get some more scriptures in a second.
What we saw.
Esau's a liar. Hey, this, what the hell?
Okay, so here I'm gonna fast forward to when the brother gets the clip. All right, so let's let this play. And they ended up having their reunion.
Christopher Stubblefield,
We learn
And
an
see each other
8-year-old
in
with a
years.
big voice, is now at university in Texas.
So that one
Erica
went
McCoy
off to go
Pace
to college.
graduated last spring from Norfolk State
Another one
University.
graduated.
When you saw
You
her
know, we
left,
understand this is the worldly standards, but I'm just giving you this example. If you can be physically trained up in this world, you know, to be smart, how much more in the spirit, y'all? How much more is it important for us to be, hey, let me get this out of another one out of Peter. 1 Peter 2:2, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. All right, this truth is comparable unto milk, and we must be drinking this milk down on a day-to-day basis, going over breakdowns you may have already gone over, going over things you already know, reading scriptures you've already read. All right, this ain't no, you know, hey, when you read from Genesis to Revelation, you don't put the Bible up forever. You keep rereading and rereading and rereading till we get the hell out of here, to constantly have the different things being cycled through your mind. All right, because this is all leading unto the kingdom. That's what we're doing all of this for. All right, we're being trained out of our old nigga ways, of our old simplistic ways, all right, to be Lord God, King, Priest. All right, I was listening to you know, the apostles live stream, the elder apostle Rakah. You know, I believe, if I remember correctly, you know, he said he came into this truth when he was 17. He's 47 years now. You know, imagine if that's 30 years, you know, in the truth. Imagine if the average Negro walking about, instead of spending his whole life as a nigga in the world, imagine what his life, how different it would be if he had spent 30 years in the truth. All of our people. Imagine how everybody else, all these, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, imagine how differently their life and their mindset would be if they had spent all that time in the truth. All right, you wouldn't have half the shit out here. Hell, we'd probably already be back in the kingdom by now. All right, shit. Isaiah 28:9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk, and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little." All right, so that's how we go about it. This word and this truth, it is what is guiding us. All right, our spirit is being built up, and line upon line, precept upon precept. All right, to give us eyes to see in this world of what's going on. Because when you don't have this truth, you're fucking blind, and you can see it in the rest of our people. All right, your mama don't got it, your daddy don't got it, your favorite cousin don't got it, your woman probably don't got it. They don't have the spiritual intelligence that you have been blessed with, and you can see the things that they can't see. You can perceive the things that they cannot. All right, let me get this. Blessed what? what is that, John. There's one in 2nd Esdras, but also in John. Okay, you know, I'll get it out of Matthew. Matthew 13. Hell yeah. Matthew 13 and 16 through 17. I'm going to change the color. Yep, it says, "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them." All right, and that's the time that we're in, y'all. We're literally living in a time that men have died for over and over and over again. Several, you know, however many incarnations, wishing that they're at the time period now. And ultimately, those men are back now. But you get what I'm saying. And you have to have, you have to be spiritually discerned to know what's going on. Let me get one more and I'll go back to the video. All right. Spiritual intelligence is of the utmost importance. If you haven't put it together now in your head, it is the key thing. That's what we need. So really, y'all, hey, your ability to speak English isn't that important. Your, you know, your mathematics skills, the things that these people perceive as high in the world aren't as important as being in the spirit. You know, the Lord doesn't necessarily care how well you can speak English. All right. It's about that faith, baby. All right, Salakia, Matthew 16 and 2, it says, "He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say, It will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And the morning, it will be foul weather, for the sky is red and lowering." Salakia, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. "O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?" All right, so which one's more important? That regular worldly intelligence or spiritual intelligence? All right, so that's what we need, and that's what you should be working on and crafting on a day-to-day basis. All right, so let's come back to the clip.
Is West Side. West Side Prep.
You hungry?
Is West Side, Texas. Erica McCoy Pace graduated last spring from Norfolk State University. When you saw her last, she was listing her favorite authors.
Emerson, Henry David Thoreau.
And what about the rest of our class of 79?
Michael Anderson, Taylor. Terry Holmes, owner-operator of a transportation company.
Latanya Singleton, preschool teacher.
James Lowe, Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force.
Sabrina, 6th grade teacher.
Russell Winters, law student.
Louis Johnson, operations manager. Xavier Jones, teacher, criminal justice mission. Craig Brunner, clerk for the state's attorney's office.
I remember.
You know, so them Jake went on to get some decent careers, man. So hey, this goes to show you, this motherfucker E, man, he knows what he does. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is purposely keeping us in a fucking state of simplicity, y'all. The music, the food, the area that you live in, the things that you're seeing. And, you know, us, you know, we've come into this truth now, so we know better. But the rest of our people don't. And this motherfucker knows that, y'all. All right? All it takes is that for somebody to push you in the right direction. All right? So let's come back to, let's get this out of Proverbs. So now you're being nudged spiritually. All right? Spiritually, you're being nudged in the right direction. So now you have to follow in it. All right? Proverbs 22 and 6. "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." And we're being trained up in the proper way by our elders and apostles. All right. And if you've been around for a minute, look at the change in yourself. All right. You've probably changed compared to what you were in the world. You know, and you could have had money, you could have had fame and notoriety, but you were still a fucking beast. You guided yourself off of your instincts and your pleasures. All right. And off of whatever the fuck your feelings said to do. That's what you did. All right, some of us may just happen to have, you know, end up in better situations than others in the world. But, hey, the worldly knowledge is not the way to go. So this spiritual intelligence, and I keep using that term, this truth is what is guiding us. That is the way that we're being trained up in, and that is the way we have to keep going in, y'all. Because if the worldly knowledge was able to turn them niggas from the bad parts of Chicago into decent, you know, career-having motherfuckers, how much more is this truth gonna turn us into the man, shit. Let me see. And I'll close it on this. 1 Thessalonians, is that, let me think for a second. I want to say 4 and 16. Yep. perfect. 2 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. And that's what we're doing. All right, so that's our destiny. This is what spiritual intellect leads you to, being taken up in the clouds with the Lord and Savior himself, and being changed. All right, and all of the pain and suffering of this world being wiped away. All right, and putting all that in mortal man. All right, so just a real quick video. I wanted to highlight this clip and show it. All right, show the importance of, you know, this path that we're walking, y'all. This is gonna lead us. This is gonna be better than any.
See, they don't want you to be on.
Yeah, this is gonna be greater than any amount of money. This is gonna be greater than any car, any house, any family, anything, y'all. This what the Spirit is leading us to, you know. So continue in it. All right, and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachach, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Achim. Walk with him, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. I'm going to say Shalom.